The headlines. Belarus opposition urges EU to reject vote as leaders hold emergency talks. ECHO suspends Mali over coup, imposes sanctions. And on sports, Barcelona sacks sporting director Abidal. This is world news at this time. You can watch this broadcast by live streaming on YouTube and Facebook at Television Nigerian. I am Susan Achin. The exiled head of Belarus's opposition urged European leaders to reject President Alexander Lukashenko's fraudulent re-election on Wednesday as the EU held an emergency summit on the country's political crisis. The European Council convened to discuss the fallout from the vote that saw security services in ex-Soviet Belarus brutally disperse peaceful demonstrators demanding that their authoritarian leader resign. Protesters gathered for a 10th night of demonstrations on Tuesday, with thousands rallying in central Minsk, waving the red and white flags of the opposition and calling on Lukashenko to step down. Australia's leader called Wednesday for coronavirus immunizations to be mandatory, wading into ethical and safety debates raging around the world as the race to develop a vaccine gathers pace. Almost 30 potential vaccines are currently being tested on humans across the globe in hope of ending a pandemic that has now killed more than 775,000 people and infected nearly 22 million, according to an AFP tally. Prime Minister Scott Morrison said he wants all 25 million Australians to get the jab after the country secured access to a vaccine currently under development by AstraZeneca and Oxford University. And now Mali has been gripped for months by a political crisis that has sparked the country's worst unrest in years as a protest movement galvanized by a disputed election pushed for President Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta to resign. Keïta said Wednesday he had stepped down to avoid bloodshed after he was detained in a military coup whose leaders pledged new elections. Meanwhile, the West African bloc ECHO on Tuesday condemned a military post in Mali and pledged a range of retaliatory actions, including financial sanctions. Rebel soldiers arrested Mali's President Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta and Prime Minister Boubou Cissé on Tuesday afternoon following weeks of political tension in the country. The dramatic move followed the seizure of an army base near the capital Bamako that morning. In a statement, the Economic Community for West African States said that its members would close land and air borders to Mali and pledged to demand sanctions against all the prostitutes and their partners and collaborators. The 15-nation bloc, which includes Mali, also said that it would suspend the country from its internal decision-making bodies. President Muhammadu Buhari has presided over the 13th weekly virtual Federal Executive Council FEC meeting at the State House, Abuja. The meeting took off at exactly 10 a.m. and was attended by the Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. 6 ministers were physically present. They are the Attorney General and Minister for Justice, Abubakar Malami, the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Mrs. Zainab Ahmed, Minister of Works and Housing, Mr. Babatunde Fashola, Minister of Mines and Steel Development, Olamilekon Adegbite, and the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Mohammed Bello. The head of service of the Federation, Folashade Yemi Esan, and other ministers joined virtually from other various offices. Now, sports. Barcelona have sacked Eric Abidal as sporting director. The club announced in a statement on Tuesday, a day after dismissing coach Quique Setien. Like Setien, Abidal has paid the price after Barca ended a season of internal conflict by surrendering the Liga title to Real Madrid and then suffering a humiliating 8-2 loss to Bayern Munich in the Champions League quarter-final. It was Barcelona's first season without a trophy since 2007. Setien's exit was announced on Monday after an emergency board meeting at Camp Nou, which lasted almost 6 hours. Abidal, of former France left-back who won 67 caps, played for Barcelona from 2007 to 2013 and helped the club win 4 La Liga titles and the Champions Leagues in 2009 and 2011. That was World News on Television Nigerian. I am Susan Achin. Thanks for watching and stay safe.